Good evening, everyone. My name is Ciara Cunningham. I am here to introduce and present the Umbra Search African American History. We will briefly go into the history, the mission, and other pertinent information. So we're going to go through the About page, click on History. So the Umbra Search came about as a response to a project dedicated to understanding the role of theater archives and documenting history. But furthermore, it also wanted to gather together historical artifacts and documents that represent the full depth and breadth of the African American experience. That idea ties into the mission statement. Go back through the About Umbra Search. Their mission is to make African American history more broadly accessible through a freely available widget and search tool, umbrasearch.org. So anybody can have access to this. You do not need a membership to search for content. Who are its community users? Students, educators, artists, and the general public. The Umbra Search goes through residencies, workshops, and events for this type of information. Furthermore, scrolling down, it was also details who developed it. It was developed by the Gibbons Collection of African American Literature at the University of Minnesota's Libraries, Archives, and Special Collections with the Penumbra Theater Company. They are particularly indebted to the Digital Public Library of America that sponsored over half the content for this digital library. And who funded it? It was funded through the Institute of Museum and Library Services, the Doris Duke Charitable Foundation, and the Council on Library Information Services. Now, these were organizations that gave back in 2015, 2011, and 2021. And you can find project documentation here. And their last updated information was as recent as of 2016. So, needless to say, if no one is funding this digital library, then the digital library's collection remains as is and is unable to be kept up through an organization or an institution. So the collection itself, there are 5 subsets that you can search through as of now. You have the African American First, video from the Civil Rights Movement, Underground Railroad, the creation of the Niagara Movement, and the repertoire of Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater. Each subset has the number of items in each collection. So we're going to go through the African American First. Here on the side, you can search by keyword, creator, type, and contributing institution, and collection, and also location. If you click on the more button, each one gives you the ability to search either through A through Z, so alphabetical, or numerical sort. And you can see how many items are pertaining to that particular keyword. So we're going to click on the first one. This gives you a brief description, brief overview of what is related to this particular image. It gives you the format, it gives you who contributed the record and how it was harvested. And if you click on this particular link, we're going to open it up in a new tab. It gives you a greater detailed metadata. So the title, when it was taken, the subject that it goes with, so there'll be those keywords, the geographical location, the type. Once again, we have the description of the photograph, the repository that it came from, the digital collection, the digital publisher, and who the contact regarding this image. And also back on the overview page, you can see those keywords here. and the different thumbnail pictures pertaining to this particular archival content. Going back through, you may also use the search engine. So let's say we want to search for Florida. We will type in Florida. And as you can see, there are over 23,000 items regarding this particular subject. And you would go through the same pattern with keyword creator and so forth to find what you may be interested in. Now, how to get involved. You can, as it stands, your best bet is to go through the brief online survey. They do have a Twitter and Tumblr options. However, the Twitter page has not been updated since 2020. And going through the Tumblr page, it is now defunct. However, you can make, like I said, as stated before, you can go through the online survey or you may email them. Also, under the FAQ portion, it gives you a little bit more insight into how to search for different phrases, how to refine your search. Again, it tells you what it is, what the Umber search is. Where can I find the Umber search? So the URL is given along with those Twitter and Tumblr handles. Where does the Umber search content come from? As stated before, it comes from different partnering and institutions. And here you may browse the different institutions that have contributed to the Umber Search Digital Library. We have different historical societies, different colleges, different universities, different organizations that have been instrumental in obtaining the digital content. It also gives you more information about who their partners are. Can you share this information, these materials on another platform? You can on your social media pages. It gives you an option if you don't see something that's right, something that's askew, you can contact them and let them know. It gives you information about copyright, and once again, it reiterates who funds the digital library. So overall, this is sustainable only if organizations give money to these organizations. And that is the end of our presentation. Thank you. Have a good evening.